Hello and welcome to the trade setup. In this video we are looking at Netflix, and this was a stock analysis request from one of the followers, so I wanted to let you know that anyone can make these requests and I will most likely cover them, especially if there is an actionable trade setup to follow. Now in the case of this chart, we don't necessarily have the most clear impulse, but that might just be because we are still within a larger third wave to the upside that has not been completed just yet. Now, I choose to still track the idea of a possible impulse forming on this chart, although, as I was saying, it's not the most clear, at least not just yet. And in that sense, we are tracking here a 1-2 setup, then another 1-2 here, probably something, maybe even a 1-2 all the way up down here, then probably a double 1-2, 1-2 in this area, 1-2, then another 1-2 here, a third wave up. This is what I'm tracking as the core wave 3 that has formed on this chart, and this would be the fourth, and now we are in the fifth wave to the upside, where overall I'm tracking a larger 1, 2, 3 to be forming in this area, and this is what we will be focusing on from now on. Now, before we actually get to complete this wave 3, we do still need to complete this fifth wave to the upside, which I believe we still have quite a way before we are able to consider that complete. It could be built as an impulse, it could be built as a diagonal structure, and for now I will attempt to track it as an impulse. And in that idea, internally within this structure, we can zoom in a bit now, I am assuming that we may have something of a larger initial 1-2 that could have been part of a diagonal structure, something like 1, 2, 3, 4th, and the 5th here, and then we would have here a possible wave 2 down, and from this point on I am considering here another 1-2 setup in this area and another 1-2 in this area, this as the third wave up, and now I'm looking for the internal correction in the wave 4. And in that sense, I would like to add here a count internally. I will add for future videos maybe a better idea of how to account on something like here a 1, a 2. I suppose we could actually do this even now. It shouldn't take too long. In fact, it's just a few extra waves. And now, as I was saying, internally we are tracking this larger correction in a wave 4, where I am looking for support in the area between the $1,100 level all the way down to the $890 level, which as long as we hold, we are still looking for continuation to the upside in a wave 5. Now, I want to mention it is not guaranteed that this third wave is complete just yet. It may still be that we are within an extension here and that we have here a small 1-2, and then this is the internal wave 3, and now we are looking for a support zone in a wave 4, in which case I could move it up slightly. It might look a little bit better in terms of the levels that we did reach. We did bottom here already in this area. If the double click actually works, we did touch it already in this case, but it is a little bit debatable, and in either case I would prefer the larger support zone or the one that goes further down, because at this point we are already within it, and we could be looking anyway for a start of the fifth wave to the upside. Now, within this wave 4 correction, I am initially looking for a possible 3-wave structure that could be forming to the downside. And what I am mainly tracking could be that this wave B actually topped here instead, and we have possibly even a full wave C at this point to the downside. Now, don't disconsider the fact that the wave B top could be here, but then I would need to track an ending diagonal within the wave C, where this could be something like a 1-2, and then we would have an AB setup that could unfold. And in that case, we would still expect a C wave for the wave 3, and then a 4th and the 5th, and the 5th wave would as well develop as an ABC structure. Alternatively, I could also consider that this would develop as a WXY correction. That is very much possible, but I do believe that we may be able to consider this initial movement to the downside as a 5-wave move, which is why I would like to consider that maybe we are looking here at an ABC correction. But in either case, we could be looking quite soon for a bottom in this area. Now, also within the WXY pattern, I am able to have a full count. And in fact, if I consider that we are tracking here the WXY, we are looking to be very, very close to the 100% extension, where if I am tracking the wave B top that we have here, I would be watching out. Because we haven't yet reached the ideal target. We aren't even really close to it, and I don't think we will necessarily get to that level within this direct movement to the downside. But honestly, it could extend, it could get there anyway. I won't get too caught up on what structure we may follow in this correction. I will be watching out, however, for a general area of resistance for a possible AB that could be unfolding in this area. And in that case, I would be looking at the area between the $1,150 level all the way up to the $1,200 level. And in that case, we have here an ABC in the orange scenario that we will keep on the chart for now. And internally, within this wave C to the downside, I am clearly looking at an impulse here, okay? And in this case, I would look internally in the fifth wave, and we may need to consider how much lower can we really go. And I believe we may be developing an ending diagonal within this fifth wave to the downside, where we may have a 1, 2, and then this could be something like an ABC movement to the downside within the wave 3. We haven't really pushed much. If I find the right tool, we haven't even pushed much into the extension, the ideal target for wave 3, the 138.2% extension, the $1,080 level. So this third wave may not be done unless it is really developing as a different pattern, and this fifth was still part of the large wave 3. Could be possible. I don't know how likely that should necessarily be. But for now, I am still looking for lower internally from this area, and I'm watching again for an area of resistance in this case for a possible AB movement to the downside, or sorry, ABC to the downside. And in that case, we may need to consider the area of resistance between the $1,100 level all the way up to the $1,110 level. This is the very small time frame, and the levels are extremely close. We wouldn't really expect much action we shouldn't expect to do much trading in this area, but these are some levels to watch out for. And for now, I believe we can consider additional lows incoming, but I would be extremely cautious of forming a bottom at any point. And if I choose to even look here at the nano time frame, we have here a possible initial wave 1 up, and we may have a wave 2 correction unfolding right now, where it may be something like an ABC structure, where we have a 1, 2, a third unfolding right now, and we get the fourth and the fifth. And then I would be watching out for support in the area, in this case between the 1,000. It's not even worth mentioning, it's extremely small time frame, and you get the idea. We just hit the 50% retracement, and we are starting a small pullback to the upside, a small reversal. But for now, these are the levels, this is the trade setup. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, don't forget to subscribe and let me know what else you want me to cover, and I'll do my best to do that in the days and weeks ahead. And until then, I hope you have a nice day, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye bye.